Okay, deranged cat, can you count us in?
We're really starting this one late, aren't we?
Yeah. My eyes were bigger than my stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost considered going for more and then, let it settle a moment and no, I'm done.
Well, I went sort of the other direction in that I've served myself up enough.
Yeah.
But I think my stomach has shrunk a bit in the last month or so. And, Anyway.
Well, that's how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
Got levels?
I think so, yes.
Great.
Colin had a problem and a microphone to spare. Thomas took it up and so the podcast went to air. For weeks and months they trolled through every single DVD. They've unwrapped all the ones they can and now they're cellulose free. Now they're cellulose free.
Hello dear listener and welcome to Cellulose Free. My name is Colin and with me as always is my fellow film watcher, compadre and son Thomas.
Hi, hello.
What have you been up to?
Just sort of between things at the moment. And I've either finished the bits of media that I was consuming or, things are just about to start up but haven't yet.
Right.
I can probably go over like a couple of things that I've been watching and haven't said that I've been watching. I watched all of the Amazon Prime Reacher series,
right,
which was okay.
Uh-huh.
The lead character is a large man who's smart. He was an army investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of wanders around and punches people real good.
Good. That's what you need sometimes.
Yeah.
Someone with good reach to punch.
Just sort of surrounded by more interesting characters.
Is that why he's called Reacher? Because he's got a good reach with his punches? Okay, that was a stretch.
It was, yeah. And so that was okay, and I guess there's more coming, and I'll probably watch that. So
popcorn television.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that.
Sure.
I mean, you're talking to the person who grew up on MacGyver and the A-Team and... Well, the A-Team not so much.
Well, MacGyver has a more interesting lead character than Reacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's a bit one-dimensional. I mean, not that I would consider MacGyver to have... It would be a stretch to say he's more than two-dimensional, but, yeah.
Just big, smart guy who punch good. That's...
Good.
That's my summary.
That would be the IMDb tagline. Oh,
yeah.
Good.
A couple of Dutch language The Mole seasons have wrapped up.
My goodness, that's still...
still kicking over in that area. And, even though the Dutch version, which is to say the version produced in the Netherlands, it's okay to pour, usually, but... it's still better than any recent versions that Australia has put out or that Netflix has put out. So, and
I must admit, I gave up on the Mole Australia when there were certain shots that I knew quite definitely they'd gone back to retake.
Mm-hmm.
And my suspension of disbelief was well and truly suspended already. But when they're doing that and using quite possibly and at times obviously someone else's hands to be opening something to get that close-up shot,
Well, sometimes you just have to.
But it's a deceit, I think, to do that. Anyway,
but
they'd never do that on Survivor.
But Dutch, which is to say Flemish, the region of Belgium, the original, went away for a few years in the middle, but, I think it is still some of the best reality television out there.
Yep.
Assuming you can get your hands on it and have subtitles.
Yes.
Which I can and do.
Right. So your Flemish is poor.
Oh, yes. Very, very poor. Very, very poor Flemish. I know what the mole means. It means the mole.
Oh, good. I would not have got that.
Yeah.
If that came up on the credits of a show that you had told me, look, I'm not going to tell you anything about this, but I think you'll enjoy it. As soon as that came up, I think I would have sussed it.
Now, I say that this is some of the best reality television out there, but there are some worrying signs around the edges. Just some generative AI use is, it's prevalent all over the place.
Yeah.
And they may have been using it in this latest season.
No. I mean, I feel guilty. I sent you a link to something that was pretty cool the other day, and then thought back at it and realised that I knew that was how it had been achieved. And then I felt dirty. So I do apologise for that link.
Yeah, and there's this tradition in Portugal where this particular season was set of, these lovely blue and white tiles.
Uh-huh.
And the designs on these tiles were pretty obviously AI generated. And this is sort of the centrepiece of the final mission of the seasons.
Okay, rabbit hole, just briefly on that topic. So I post a photo a day on various social media.
Yeah.
And it's quite prominent on Mastodon, the push to have alt text on photos. And I must confess to using AI to generate that. Knowing full well that, hey, I'm giving these companies my photos to produce alt text.
Yeah.
But it does a brilliant job of it.
Yeah.
Whereas it would probably take me 15 minutes to agonise over this and that, and I could do it. But is that a worthy use of AI? Because I am certain that there are definite use cases where AI, when supervised, is like in the health, identifying tumours and scans and things like that, putting up a flag and then somebody else can review it, saving hours of work with, I don't know. But am I being bad creating my alt text for people who are visually impaired using AI to generate those?
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of difficult.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat too. And at the moment, the only reason I use it is because I don't know whether I could push myself on certain days to actually create my own text, which is a me problem.
Yeah.
But also the flip side is, that would mean that people who rely on alt text would not get alt text from me. So I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm bad, Thomas. You've made me feel bad.
Yeah.
The words you have not said have made me feel bad. I feel chastised. Yes.
My silence speaks much.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Dropout TV's Game Changer has started up again with...
The what?
Game Changer, a show where the game changes every show.
Right.
And, usually 3 comedians, probably
walk
regulars
into a bar.
around, walk onto a television set and don't know exactly what it is that they're going to be doing.
Okay.
And hilarity usually ensues. And they've opened with a couple of very strong episodes that I'm not entirely sure that they can use as a free episode on YouTube in order to bring people in.
Oh, okay.
And the first one is called Don't Wake Standards and Practices. And you can probably gather from that title that the goal might be pushing the line on what is acceptable.
Yeah.
And, this is an uncensored comedy subscription service, so most things are acceptable. But out in the rest of the world, hard to say.
Yeah. There is a quite famous Monty Python, sort of late Monty Python, I think, song that is, I think the title is, I bet you can't play this song on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And the lyrics have lots of beeps and innuendo that it's semi-bleeped out, so you can, that there are certain things that push you into, on YouTube, being unable to get away with it.
And then this week's episode was a sequel to a previous concept they've done and just devolved into chaos in ways that may or may not be appropriate for public YouTube.
Okay.
But, we'll see. Who knows? They might just not put up a full episode for free this year. It's hard to say. Was there anything else? I'm not sure there was anything else that I wanted to bring up. What's been happening with you this week?
What's been happening with me? It's been an interesting week.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you overheard, or because I haven't fully shared it with you. And I'm feeling sort of in the Toad of Toad Hall camp, where my obsession with automobiles has suddenly waned, and now I want to get back into boats. No, but I don't think that's actually an accurate description of what's gone on with the whole public phone claiming system.
I've seen the map. I know that the kingdom has all come crashing down.
The kingdom has come crashing down, and the main means by which the kingdom has come crashing down is that the particular team that's done the crashing has increased threefold.
Yeah.
And they're all in cars.
Yeah.
And they all seem to be coordinating their come crashing down, and there has been a swift sequence of events. And 2 days of, always my intention was, and it blurred on occasions, but it was always my intention was to get my walk in, and if that involves getting as many phones as possible, then cool.
And the side benefit, get to see some other places.
Yeah, and I did do that. However, to then see, like in real time on the map, all of them blinking out and saying, well, who's claimed that and who's claimed that? And it was an all-out, like on the first night it majorly happened, there were 4 of them in cars. I mean, you can work that out from the times that they were. And they just wiped out I thought, no, look, I got my walk yesterday, but it sort of felt a little demoralising, I will confess. And so the next day, okay, I'll head over here and go for my walk. And, so that first day I mentioned, I actually got up to 30,000 steps. And the next day I thought, I'm going to push myself and physically and got 30,000 steps again too. Sorry, that first day, some of that was the 5K that I did a park run walk on. I was a tail walker last Saturday's Bell Reef. So that skewed my steps a little bit, but 30,000 steps. But the next day was full on just claiming phones and head down and doing that, and then flip.
Yeah.
And I'm quite certain there were actually 5 that particular evening, and they just woof. And I suddenly felt like whack-a-mole, where, you're playing whack-a-mole with one mallet and, the mole popping up and whacking it and whacking it and whacking it. But then suddenly having 5 people with mallets and being assigned, right, you just concentrate on that row, you concentrate on that row. And there's, I felt like I had become their source of entertainment. And that just sucked all the joy out of it, as far as that was concerned. And I also realised that on the Monday, I thought, no, okay, I can't be bothered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to catch the bus up to Ferntree and reclaim Ferntree again, and come back and do something else. And that would be it. They would be expecting, because the last time I did Fern Tree, I then went blonk, 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 and they'd be sort of waiting for that to happen, and then I'd disappear. Oh, sorry, before that, I went and grabbed a whiteboard marker and cleaned, because the easiest way to remove Sharpie off a glass or plastic material at least is to go over it with a dry erase marker and then wipe after it's sort of, so it just dissolves the permanent ink and turns it into whiteboard ink, and then you can wipe it off. And I spent about 20 minutes all up cleaning those. I think, did I talk about it on the podcast?
Was it?
There were 3. The first one that I got to had been cleaned, but the whole booth had been cleaned, and it smelt like it had been cleaned. And it's close to a series of pubs. I suspect that phone booth was a mess, and somebody was assigned to give it a thorough clean. And that thorough cleaning included getting rid of the Sharpie. But, I still got my hopes up that person had realised that they'd been chastised by a number of people in the forums for you don't do that. So I went to the next booth, and no, the marker was still all over that. And so I actually filmed myself as I laboriously erased that, and then went up to the other one, which was 15 minutes walk away, and wiped that one. And then I thought, right, once I've done that, I'm going to go up as far away as I am willing to afford to spend any time doing it. And hit a key node on this conglomerate's empire. And call it a day. So I raced up to Fern Tree and planned to do what I did last time, as in quickly get out of the bus, race to the phone booth and put in the code and go back to the opposite side of the road's bus stop for the bus to do a loop, because it's only like 5 more stops down and it loops and heads back. And I come round the corner to the bus shelter on the other side, and there's one of my kids sitting in the bus shelter. I mean, of all the places. And I thought, what are you doing here? And they said, I just wanted to go for a walk in the bush. And that really hit home. That was the other thing that was really getting me down, was that, I'm getting the steps in, but I'm not touching grass.
No.
I'm not breathing air, and So I got in contact with the other people in my cell that I was in, and I said, look, I'm stepping back. This isn't fun. And they were all demoralised, because none of them have cars either. So it is an effort for them to claim phone booths that then takes 10 minutes as far as the local area that they were working in. And sure, I was taking buses to fairly distant places, but it's still, there was a spot where I could see that for me to get from this booth to this booth, it was an 18-minute walk, over a hill that gave me great cardio and quite nice bushland. But, they went around in their car and did it in 8 minutes. They travelled a far greater distance than I did, and they're using up heaps of fuel and what have you. And I just think, but they're gloating, that they just did these 2 days in a row. They just flipped everything back within a couple of hours. And I really felt like a mole in a whack-a-mole game with 5 people with mallets. So,
well,
sorry. To end that story, yesterday, after racing over to the bus stop, I hadn't even appreciated where I was. It's one of the most beautiful places. I love Fern Tree.
Rare temperate rainforest.
The forecast for the next day was quite rainy. I said, blow this. I got back in the bus the next day. I caught the bus pretty much the end of the route,
Yep.
got out and got onto the pipeline track, which is a walking track that follows a 19th century pipeline made out of stone. Goes for all the way to Hobart.
And I think they've recently connected it right up to the waterworks.
Yeah, well, it was connected before, but with quite drastic steps. Now it's connected by quite drastic switchbacks for bikes. But it was raining, it was wet. I had wet weather gear on, and I told the driver after, because I spent most of that bus trip the only passenger in the bus, because it was a fairly, if you looked at the forecast and you looked outside, you think, this is a miserable day. And I got out of the bus, and as I was doing so, I said, right, I'm walking back to Hobart now. And the bus driver just, what? yeah. Oh, well, have a good day. And I said, I plan to. And I said, and you have a good day too, and thanks for the ride. And then I started walking. And I must admit, I don't think I ever have bushwalked with an umbrella before. But this particular track is very wide. Yeah. And using the umbrella rather than having the rain hit on the top of my wet weather gear was just a little more comfortable. But it was glorious. And, the bird song, the animals that I saw, the air was wonderful, the scenery was wonderful. And I thought, this is what I've been missing. And I hadn't realised it because I wanted the hit of flipping someone's phone.
All destination, no journey.
Yeah. And it was bringing out the nasty side of me, which is there, but I'd much rather not. That being said, I still want to get my at least 20,000 steps a day for the next number of days. And if there is a decent walk involved, so today I walked from 7 Mile Beach shop, halfway up 7 Mile Beach, turned around, came back. Okay, so I'm deliberately getting the steps here by walking up a beach, but I took some fairly decent photos along there, ducked back over the dunes, flipped that phone, which again is a major node that pulls it out from under them and is inconvenient for them to have to drive out to do just that one phone, but they've lost a whole heap of land doing that. And then I got back onto the beach and walked around the coastal track to Lauderdale, got to Lauderdale bus stop and realised that at that time of day, it was an hour and a half before the next bus.
Yep.
I thought, so I walked to Rugby from there, which was another hour walk. But from there, I could catch a bus into Eastland. So I got close to 30,000 steps today as well.
They're trying to build up Lauderdale at the moment, but it's basically rural at that point.
Yeah. So I got my steps and I got some great scenery again today. The forecast was average, but I did 95% of today's walking of almost 30,000 steps in T-shirt and shorts.
Yep.
And it was, again, glorious. Saw wallabies, I saw lots of seabirds and great sea anemones and things like that. And I felt a lot calmer. And whether I in fact, I've got to a point now where I'm sort of still keeping in contact with the other members of that cell. And because one of them said, right, I'm planning to hit Richmond. I hope they're not listening to this podcast. They may or not plan to hit Richmond at some point in the future. And I'd actually been planning to do that one too, because it's basically a hub that has 9 or 10 branches coming off it. And hitting that would just clear out a whole heap of area.
There's Cambridge to the south, and then basically nothing anywhere around it.
But you've got Bridgewater and you've got Sorel, and so it's just taking out that one alone is just a pain.
Yep.
And so I said, go for it, and I'll keep an eye on it as well.
Yeah.
And because I'm well overdue for a walk around Richmond too. I may not get 20,000 steps that day, but I'd certainly aim for a minimum of 10,000 and then get off the bus that I'm returning on early and walk probably from Cambridge over home. Yeah. So that's the story.
Yeah.
A very long one, and I do apologise. Oh my goodness, it really is long. Yes. So I don't have anything else that I really want to talk about other than it has been a weight that I well and truly put on my own shoulders, but hadn't realised that it was quite so heavy. No amount of me convincing myself to say, I'm getting my steps, the phone's secondary. And if it was just people who were in the same situation as I, but it really, I'm a peasant and being trodden on for sport, the fox and hounds. I was the fox, and they've got hundreds of hounds and hundreds of people on horses, and it's not sport for the fox. Yeah.
What we're saying here is that I shouldn't have believed you 2 months ago when you said, you're not going to get too wrapped up in this.
I don't know what you mean. Poop, poop. All right, let's watch a film.
Let's watch a film. Let's watch a film from the year 2000 that focuses on a Mars mission.
Yes.
And was a commercial and critical failure.
Wow.
Which I accept isn't narrowing it down enough.
No, it is not. It is not narrowing it down anywhere. You would think that it was, but yeah.
No, this is the one that released in November of 2000.
Okay.
Red Planet.
Please tell our dear listener what Red Planet is ostensibly about.
It is 2050. Earth is dying, and colonizing Mars is the only alternative to obliteration. Kate Bowman is the commander of the mission that is the last hope of saving the human race. But what happens when the landing crew get to Mars is far more life-threatening than anyone could have imagined. A crash landing leaves them stranded without scientific, communication, or escape equipment.
Oh, spoilers.
All contact with Houston has been lost.
More spoilers.
As the landing team explore the harsh new planet, desperately seeking a way out, they make the most terrifying discovery of all, which appears to be awe-inspiring special effects.
Oh, I thought they forgot to turn the gas off before they left.
Also terrifying, an all-star cast, and breathtaking suspense.
Right.
At every turn.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what we're watching.
Yeah.
We are watching it on ye oldie DVD physical media.
It's a DVD that you bought for $8.
Yeah. Let's see if we can squeeze $8 out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start the comeback as not so much, so what did you think? I will say, so was it worth $8?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thomas is going to stick it in the DVD player after opening the case, or he might try to put it in the DVD player without opening the case.
Yeah.
We're going to watch it and come back and talk about it. So we'll catch you on the flip side. Completely vagued out there.
Turn to the red side. The side that's red.
The red.
Yep.
Red.
We printed both sides of the disc, and you can't use it. It's sorry.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not a Blu-ray.
No.
Okay. So, was it $8 worth?
Well,
you were hoping I'd say, so what did you think?
No.
Did you plan for both contingencies?
No, I'm not sure I really ever plan for what the answer's going to be. I first want to draw your attention to the front of the case, which lists at the top, includes deleted scenes and special features exclusive to DVD.
Oh, are you serious?
It does, yes.
Oh, okay.
And on the back, and I checked the menus.
Yeah.
It does include deleted scenes.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch them because Oh, well, you'd have to be sinking pretty low to find anything to delete. It also lists cast career highlights.
Yeah.
Which is to say, they just put filmographies for the cast on, your usual slideshow. And the theatrical trailer.
Right.
Which, seeing as it was shown in theatres, not exclusive to DVD.
Okay, you're I think you're avoiding the question. So what did you think?
It's not good.
It was really bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Where do you start? Where do you start, Thomas?
I think you start with the many, many sponsor logos on the vests and suits.
Oh, wow. I must have had my eyes closed for that.
Oh, there's so many.
Oh, it was a superb sponsorship, was it?
A lot of tech.
Right.
A lot of tech companies.
Huh.
But yeah, no. Both.
I'm going to have to watch it again.
But
see, the thing that I have on my first item on the list is awkward, clunky dialogue.
Yeah.
But I think you blow that out of the water with the sponsorship deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, maybe it doesn't hurt so much that, it made a little over half its budget at the box office.
But it must have more than made that up for in DVD sales.
Oh boy.
At $8 a pop.
Yeah. Just sort of a gradient of badness, steadily increasing throughout the film until right in the last act, it just sort of rockets.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. It just...
Or worse faster.
Yes, yeah.
Just pile on the problems right at the end there.
The editor is going, look, I predict we've already lost half of the audience. They've all walked out.
Yeah.
Let's at least ramp it up so that there's somebody left in the cinema to watch the closing credits that had 30 seconds of some random song that faded in and then stopped, and then another piece of music.
Yeah.
Anyway. Right. Okay.
Well, because neither piece of music was long enough to cover the entire credits, but they were both too long to play in full.
No, look, I reckon the artist said, look, that was an embarrassment. I still need the money, so you can have half my song.
I think that the one smart thing that happens in the entire film is when they're trying to work out where they are in position to the hab.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's nice.
Are you not going to ignore the fact that The Martian ripped off two very smart ideas from this film? Using the long dead, long abandoned rover, finding that to communicate, and also using an old rocket to return to orbit.
Now see, that in The Martian, that wasn't an old rocket. That was a new rocket that was supposed to be used by the next mission.
Right. All right. Potato, potato. Hey, that's appropriate. There were no potatoes in Red Planet. There were creepy little bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what a nematode is. A nematode is a worm.
Nematode. See, creepy little bug. And they killed off General Zod so early on in the... I mean, he was older, but what a ignominious death for one of the inhabitants of Superman's planet to just die of a spleen rupture because none of the other team know spleen.
We keep killing off these characters who we haven't developed properly. To leave us with two characters who we also haven't really developed properly.
Yeah, and I think I can safely say that as a separate issue, not just because they hadn't been established, but none of them were nice people particularly anyway. What a team. What a crew. Who hired this crew?
You know, it's worrying when the only thing that you have for a character is a flashback to a discussion that we had 15 minutes ago.
Cast your mind back 15 minutes ago.
And then, because we haven't developed the quote-unquote love interests properly, here's another flashback to a conversation that you didn't see, but didn't really do anything for the plot.
No, and somehow I couldn't see, with the way that the original scene had been edited, how that conversation actually occurred. What else have I got in my notes? I think it best that no one returns. How rude. That's nasty. However, I think they do deserve, especially the male character who survived.
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Played by Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. I mean, going through the arduous process of that cardiopulmonary resuscitation that was performed on him to bring life back into that dead body, he did deserve to survive, I think.
Why? Why does a navigation robot have a military mode? A space navigation robot have a military mode?
Ah, look, who knows? Who knows what's up there, Thomas? And we found out. And I think that robot could have wiped out all of those bugs easily with a spin of those super spinny hands.
Why can the robot be homicidal?
Don't know.
Who made it that way?
Who made it that way? The same person who made some very, very average effects, I think. There were brief moments, like tracking across the surface of Mars, with the main spacecraft. That looked pretty decent, but as soon as you got a little close to that ship, that's CGI, isn't it? That's
big TV movie vibes.
What was the budget?
The budget was. Oh, sorry. Did I say it made a little more than half of its budget?
Yes.
It made a little less than half of its budget of $80 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. 80 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sponduli.
To put an orange filter over a desert.
Mind you, okay, a plus here. The AI ship computer was believable in its language model and its presentation of, and its almost natural but not quite natural conversation voice. We've possibly got a little better now, but it wasn't clunky. So there's a plus, Thomas.
I'm not
Great
sure I
AI
agree.
computer voice. Okay. All right. Well, you just hold that thought.
Yeah. Gravity. Oh, well, the gravity's slower, and the only way that we are actually going to show that the gravity is lower is by making them pee a little higher.
Yeah, none of the walking is affected.
No. And, artificial gravity by centrifuge, obviously things fall directly to the ground as soon as you spin something around them. Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah. As soon as it even remotely starts, it goes from 0 to full 1G in a split second, and everything drops. Old Thomas. That was dross.
It was.
That was rubbish. Yeah.
Yeah. Greatest sin? greatest scientific sin? Another EVA suit with internal lighting.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the bungee on the chair.
That's also quite bad.
The bungee on the chair when they're venting the fire, she's venting the fire, and the blue haze around her whilst that's happening.
Why does that panel detach?
I don't know. Obviously, they decided there is a possibility that this will detach, so we're going to add a bungee to it just in case.
Oh, right. And she does CPR on Gallagher, and then the computer tells her to stand him up in 0G.
Yeah, it's so that the blood can run to somebody else's head. I don't know. I don't know. And when it all comes down to it, I'm quite certain that the two sample bugs are both male. And for those of you who have not seen this film, that will mean nothing to you. And honestly, it's not worth finding out.
No.
Please don't. Stay well away. If you can even find it anywhere. It certainly wasn't streaming on any of our streaming services. You can probably rent it on... No, don't.
Okay. So, you asked me, was this worth the $8? How much time has passed since we started discussing this film?
That is true. Oh, yes. Champagne podcasting, this is.
Yeah.
You thought the first part of the podcast was gripping stuff, but we have created a gem here that our dear listeners will cherish for years to come.
Yeah.
Just our dear listeners. No one else will hear it. But oh, dear. I have nothing else, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else? Say no, because I need to go to bed. I hurt.
No, I think we can pitch Roland Ure over the next segment.
I was a bit surprised that Daniel questioned the pitch Roland Ure. They are legitimate.
Oh, yeah. We really need pitch Roland Ure right now. Yeah. Immediately.
Yeah.
All of those.
Yeah. Well, you got to aim it so that they can bazooka out to grab and then spring back and have so much velocity that then gets comfortably stopped
and
safely.
All these American scientists, all these very American scientists, all using Fahrenheit.
Oh, all right. I think we're going to move on, Thomas.
Yeah.
Avoid at all costs, people. We'll move on.
The following segment has no title. Thank you.
We will start over on Discord with E of Pie.
Hi, E of Pie.
Who says, I keep listening to these on my new longer commute, and then forgetting to comment when I get home at the end of the day, but I remembered what I wanted to say this time.
Except that for this episode you may need 2 commutes to listen to it.
I'm really enjoying the phone game updates. They're very funny, and the way this one got written up, even more than most. Classic indeed. I should note that for my personal posts on this particular episode...
This write-up that I never see.
Yeah. Need to remember exactly what I wrote, and so I am pulling that up.
Colin reminds himself on how to use subscriber trunk dialing, which always gave us a giggle because it was abbreviated to STD. If you were making a phone call to another area, you had to make an STD call.
This week on Cellulose Free, I usually try to rate these things myself, but it's kind of hard to beat what Colin wrote in the description. Quote, Colin somehow finds himself as a member of a polycule while simultaneously remaining strictly monogamous to his wonderful wife. Classic.
Yes. Yeah. I still got it.
Yeah. Also, every time you debate which streaming service stuff is on and mention Disney Plug, I'm reminded of some short-form video I saw of a comedian singing a song on a similar topic.
And there's a link.
Yeah.
And I did watch it, and I did enjoy it.
And then there's a guess, so we will move on to Facebook, where we find Helen.
Hi, Helen.
I nearly thought we were going to get stuck in an infinite loop in the post-episode outtakes as Colin went through the "but until then we'll catch you next time" routine again.
Hi, Helen.
It's good to know that Colin is succeeding in conquering the world, one telephone box at a time, even if I don't think I entirely figured out whose side he ended up being on.
My own.
I was bemused, in the stupidly trivial way that only my mind can manage, by the file name for Pete's Dragon. Thomas read my PTSDRAGN as Points Dragon, whereas I would have read PTESDRGN as Private's Dragon.
Good. As long as it's not a dragon's privates. Sorry. Well, we'll scrub that.
Which will take us up to the guesses. I'm going to start with Helen because
Okay.
it sort of follows on directly from that comment. And just as I used this as a cue to post my guess for this week, I suddenly realise I can't remember what movie you actually watched. I haven't seen either of them, or any of them, and probably won't bother. Okay. Checks title, and proposes, "Now you see me too." That's NOWUCME and the digit 2.
Oh, that's clever.
That is clever.
Yeah.
Eve Pye says, as for a guess, "Now you see me too." The same way.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, seems like how I might do it, but I'm not sure it's how you would.
Am I clever?
You were, in this instance, clever.
I'm brilliant, Thomas. I'm weary.
Yeah.
Well
That's
done,
fair.
Eve Pye and Helen, for both winning an arbitrary point. I am showing Thomas what the mess of a... Yeah, it would have almost been easier if I decided to just stick with 6.
Yeah.
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 Oh, there's a hint.
But instead you went with 8.
I did.
Once again, dear listener, we are playing a game of
Whack-a-mole.
pick a vowel to remove.
Which is better than Fox and Hounds. Yeah. As long as there's only one person with the hammer.
Fortunately, one fewer vowels to guess than Pete's Dragon,
That's true.
so slightly easier.
Yeah.
But good luck nonetheless. Take your pick. If you want to make a file name guess, or a film suggestion, or a comment on our commentary, or the film that we've watched this week, do let us know.
Thomas said do. I need to go to bed.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to go to bed, we could move on.
Well, let's move on then.
Yeah.
Pick a film for next week so we can go to bed.
And it's your turn.
It is my turn, and it's been 4 weeks, and so...
I should point out that Daniel came up to me and saying, "Is it Herbie this week?"
No.
I said, no.
'cause
It's
it was-
something better.
Well, I did in fact have more fun with this than Herbie Rides Again.
That is,
I will say that
No,
now.
that is fair enough. Yes.
Yeah.
I think I called that dross too, didn't I?
Yeah, probably.
This was expensive dross. All right. So next week, which Herbie are we herbivoring?
We are watching the third film from 1977, which is Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, which is, in addition to being a comedy and a romantic, and there's a big race, just one big race that sort of covers the entirety of the film.
Yeah.
It's also sort of a crime thriller.
Ah, excellent. Do you want to read
Yeah,
Disney's finely crafted...
I do.
Yes, good.
I do.
Please do.
Herbie, the VW with heart, adds some international flair to his lovable personality. Upon entering a Paris to Monte Carlo road race, Herbie falls hood over heels in love when he encounters a sleek, sporty, light blue Lancia.
Ooh.
But also vying for Herbie's attention is a gang of jewel thieves, who've ingeniously hidden a stolen gem in Herbie's gas tank. Thus begins a madcap chase across the French countryside that only the love bug could create. Contains tobacco depictions.
Hey, there was no tobacco depictions in Red Planet.
No.
No. There was some alcohol, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and big fire.
Yeah. Kaboomy.
Still not sure exactly how that fire happened, but it happened.
For kaboomy reasons. Hey,
yes.
Everyone, next week, Herbie goes to Monte Carlo and we'll be following him in an unmarked police car. We hope that you can join us. But until then, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
You have been listening to Cellulose Free. Your hosts were Colin, who produces and edits the show, and Thomas, who makes the artwork and music. Cellulose Free is recorded in the Deranged Cat Studios in scenic Tasmania, Australia. We keep track of our extensive physical media collection through My Movies, which we highly recommend. You can find links to that, as well as other places you can find us in the show notes. Cellulose Free is a Hi Hello production.
Are they gone?
Well, only if you hit stop.
Okay.
If you don't hit stop, then they'll stick around.
They'll still be here.
Because the only people who would listen as far as the credits are the ones who know that there's stuff after the credits.
One of these days I'm just going to trick everyone by not having any.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Or just a long space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With a click noise at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.